Hi, thank you so much for joining us for our March issue of Breaking Free from Nicotine. Today, we're joined with Mr. Philip Johnson out of Washington, D.C., and he has a powerful story about how he stopped smoking and how his family was instrumental, specifically his wife was instrumental in him and her also not smoking anymore, or stopping smoking after years long. It is a relationship with nicotine. Mr. Philip, can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you and your wife did and your story and so forth.
Yes, hello. My name is Philip Johnson. I'm from Washington, D.C. And I've been smoking since maybe, I guess, 14 years of age. And as I got older, I smoked more and more, especially when I would drink beers and whatnot. I was a chain smoker. So make a long story short, I don't smoke all my life, sometimes a pack and a half a day. But no one could ever believe that I quit smoking, for real. So what happened was my wife got sick as she was in the hospital. You know how they banging on your back, trying to unclog her, because she was smoking too. We used to wake up with a cigarette, go to bed with a cigarette. Every time we ate, we had a cigarette. We was chain smokers. So after seeing them hitting on her back and her gasping for air, scared me to death. The doctor wanted to put me in the hospital too. He said, "You sick too." So from that day forward, I threw my cigarettes away. I never smoked since. And that's been 5 years. Haven't touched a cigarette. I can't even stand. Now I see how people used to feel when people come around you that smoke, because it really stinks. I can't stand the smell of it now. One thing, I'm 68 now. I would never touch a cigarette the rest of my life. I feel much better too. I can tell by my lungs and everything. So, make a long story short, about her getting sick really scared me to death. I remember after we stopped smoking, I used to come home from work. She used to sniff me and smell me and all that, because she knew she couldn't believe that I could stop, you know. I said, "Girl, I'm not smoking no more." She did that for about 2 months. She finally said, "You must not be smoking no more, because you don't smell like cigarettes." I said, "I told you I'm done. I am done." And to tell you the truth, when I first stopped smoking, I couldn't believe I did it to myself. That's something I enjoy, cigarettes. I mean, cigarettes was part of my life. So that's what got me to stop. I remember trying to bum a cigarette when I ain't had one. I remember some rough times. But anyway, I think quitting cigarettes really saved my life. I tried the patches and all that, none of that worked. But once she got sick, that's the level of my life. That was it. That's what it took to get me to stop. I still can't believe I quit. When I think about it, as I ride through the city in Washington, I see about posters on buses, bus shelters, even on TV commercials. I said, "Wow, people be calling me Phil. I see you on TV." I said, "That's me." He said, "Man, you ain't stopped smoking." I said, "Bet." I mean, it saved my life. And I can tell anybody, man, smoking is not what it is. Plus, cigarettes cost what, $20 a pack now? Ain't no way I can't even afford that now if I did smoke, you know? So, make a long story short, don't smoke, man. I'm telling you, I think it really saved my life. Me and my wife doing fine now. We healthy. We ain't seen a cigarette in 5 years. We won't see one. We eat a lot more, but we ain't smoking. We going on vacation more. We just enjoying. That's a lot of money saved over the years. Smoking cigarette. I added that up, man. I was spending like maybe $2,500 a year just to smoke. That's crazy. That's a vacation right there. I can go on a cruise, you know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing, taking a couple of cruises, just enjoying life. So, like I said, I still can't believe it, but you can do it. I did it, and I still can't believe it.
Congratulations. So how was the process with your wife? How did she stop smoking? Did she just
Well,
quit
like she
cold?
said, she got sick, and the doctor said, "You have to stop smoking." Because she had bronchitis too, right? On top of smoking, you know what that does to you. So after hearing her gasping for air, you know how they got to get the machine to hit your back to get your airways clear? Once I saw that, I said, "Oh no." So that was it. I threw them away. She threw them away, and we haven't smoked since.
That's
That's the
actually a
best thing
miracle.
that ever happened to me. When I went to New York, she's from New York. So as we go to New York, I said, man, cigarettes $22 a pound. I wish I would, you know. People that when we do go there, they say, hey, Phil, give me a couple cartons and bring them to me. You know, they want to buy them. I said, nah, man, I'm not dealing with cigarettes at all. I don't want to see them, you know, at all. That's what saved my life. I'm so glad I quit smoking. I'm proud of myself. To be honest with you, I can't believe I did it. I actually did it. I could drink a cold beer now on the weekend. I used to have to smoke. Now I could care less. No cigarettes. I'm proud of myself.
Good. Congratulations. It's like you probably need to build up your immune system too from all the toxins and stuff.
Oh
But
yeah, I can tell. I'm much, you know, when I exercise, I don't feel as gasped for air as I used to be. And I can feel my lungs. When I do see my doctor, he said, your lungs are very clear now. I took the CPD old test, and I don't have that. Thank God. If I'd have kept smoking, it probably killed me by then. The way I used to smoke, a pack and a half a day, that's a lot of cigarettes. Then another thing that scared me too, looking at them commercials. You ever seen them commercials? Like the lady can barely talk and all that, man. I said, man, why would I want to do something if that's going to do to me? Then I saw a commercial with a dude, I think he was 47, said he cut his whole chest open. He had a heart attack. He said, from smoking. So why do something that you know what it's going to do to you, unless you just don't care about yourself? But like I said, I thank God for my wife, because without her, I probably be still smoking. But I can honestly say today, I'm a former smoker. And I can say that with a smile on my face. I'm happy. Like I said, I still can't believe when I think about it, I said, I actually don't smoke no more. I'm just enjoying life now.
good. And do you think so? You highlighted the fact that your wife was instrumental. So
Yes.
and if she wasn't there, you probably wouldn't have stopped smoking.
Like I said,
No,
that was
if
my
that didn't
love of
happen
my
to
life. And we living together. And her health is important to me. So I can't smoke and she not smoking. But how would that look? So like I said, I thank God for her, but also it got me to stop. So that's a blessing in one.
do you have any advice for other families who are dealing with that? What if they don't have that type of extreme, extreme example of losing a loved one to smoking or something like that? Like, and they want to help their family members stop smoking. Do you have any advice or of anything based on your
That's
experience?
one thing you got to tell yourself, look, I want to stop smoking. You got to believe that. Then you got to put them cigarettes down and say, I'm not going to do it. Get you some patches, whatever works for you. For me, I didn't need patches. That brought me out. Everybody's story is different. You know, I tried patches. That ain't work for me. I was stinking smoking cigarette. I ain't going to lie. But once I saw that, that's my story.
I'm
After
scared.
seeing what I seen, why would I smoke a cigarette? I mean, to me, that's crazy. You know, I don't want to see her sick or see myself sick. Like I said, I feel much better. I think I can run a marathon, but I won't. But I feel like it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just glad I smoke. If anybody want to quit, you can do it, but you got to believe in yourself. You got to take it one day at a time. Maybe patches work for some people, or tell your mind, say, look, I don't want to smoke no more. You can do it. It's just like you do drugs before. You can do anything. If you don't want to do it again, you won't do it. You know what I mean? It ain't easy, but it can be done. And I can honestly say that because I did it.
What about people who are in a training position? Because we also, the easing that we distribute goes to trainers or people who are helping their patients stop smoking. Do you have any advice for trainers who are in that position
Yeah.
of,
For trainers, like I said, smoking is addiction. We all know that. Like I said, you have to really believe in yourself so you don't want to smoke no more. It's not easy. Like as I think about smoking, I still can't believe it. But I actually haven't smoked in 5 years. And I'm so proud of myself for that. Anybody can do it, but you got to believe in yourself. If I could talk to somebody, give them advice, I'm willing to do that.
well, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I just want to say thank you, and I hope the word get around because smoking is, man, put them cigarettes down. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of myself. I'm still smiling. I just can't believe it. I don't smoke no more. And I can walk around DC as I get on the train or wherever I'm going. I see my face. You know, people calling me on the subway. Hey, Phil, man, I see you on the train, man. I say, yeah, that's me. You know, my son called me up there and said, Dad, the bus just rolled past with your whole face on it. I said, that's me. I quit smoking. He said, man, I can't believe the way you used to smoke. That's my story. Yep.
Well, kudos to you and to your family and for starting a new legacy of not smokers. Does your son smoke too or no?
No, he don't. He
He
never
don't.
smoked.
He never smoked. That's
Yep.
good. That's good.
I'm glad he didn't pick up my habit. Yep.
Yeah, starting a whole new,
But like
a
I
whole
said,
new thing in
anybody,
Alexander.
you got to believe in yourself. If you want to quit, you can do it. It's just like anything else. If you don't want to do it, then well, you're not going to do it, you know?
Right.
You got to stick by. You can't sneak no cigarette. It's like sneaking drugs, you know? Yep. Take it one day at a time, as they say.
Exactly.
So anything else I can do to y'all, I'm always here. You call me anytime.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you for being
Thank
part of
you.
the Breaking Free from Nicotine family in the West Coast. So now you're coast to coast.
Okay, I'm coast to coast. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you can
Thank
call
you.
me anytime.
Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. We hope that something that you heard today from Mr. Johnson inspired you to encourage family members to be part of the breaking free from nicotine process. We do understand it is a process. And as he said, he did try other methods as well. But what actually helped was seeing his wife in the hospital with the respirator when they were pounding her back and seeing her cough and he could have lost her. He would have lost 11 of his life. And, you know, for some people, that's what it takes. For others, it is the nicotine patch. For others, it's a smoke-free app. For others, it's gamification, as we learned from Meredith Alexander. So there's so many options and ways to help the people who you are working with or who you are serving to stop smoking or to break that habit of nicotine addiction. We thank you, Mr. Johnson, for joining us and for taking a break out of your day to express your story with us and to share some inspiration to those who you are easing. Thank you again for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you in April. Have a wonderful day.